Hey there everyone, today I'm going to teach you how to add particles to a player whenever they spawn into your game. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to make a particle emitter. To do this, hold Control and then I, and then advanced objects should show up on your screen. Then you just got to find particle emitter and you can insert that. And then you can just play around with the particle emitter and make it how you want to make it. So this right here is how I made it. I just edited the particle emitter. It's really easy to do and there's no coding needed. So now toss that particle emitter into the server storage. And now it's time to start coding again. So to insert a script into your game, again you gotta hold Control and then I, and then you gotta find the script, double click that, and then you get the script. So now what you want to do is you just want to get rid of the first line. That's pretty pointless. It's just there every time you insert a script into the game. And you want to change that so that it inserts the particle that we made into the character's humanoid root part every time they spawn into the game. So to do that, first let's define the particle emitter. So you could do that with this line right here. Pretty much it assigns the variable PE. The variable could be anything you want it to be, but in this case I wrote PE for particle emitter. I abbreviated it. And since we put in server storage, I did game.serverStorage, and then we waited until we found the particle. Now the word that you see in the parentheses and the quotation marks has to be the name of your particle. So if you renamed it to something else, like let's say particle, then you're gonna have to change that in your script as well. So now we have the particle defined and we can use that. So instead of writing this every single time, you could just write PE. It's so much easier. So now let's continue. So to check whenever a player joins your game, you need to use a function or an event, which is this right here. So pretty much every time a player is added, it fires this event. And the argument here is actually the player. And the player is not actually the model that you see right here. The player is actually in the players tab, and that pretty much holds your backpack, your starter gear, your player GUI, and your player scripts. So it's not the actual physical model of your character, meaning that we're gonna have to get the physical model so that we can put the particle emitter into a part. And to get the character, all you need to do is you gotta write plr.character. That's how easy it is. And let's also define that as a variable since it's going to be frequently used. There you go. But now there's also another thing. Here, let me show you. So let's make it print player spawned every single time the event gets fired. And whenever you print something, it posts it in the outputs, which if you don't have it open, you can go to view and then output right there. So let's play this and let's see if it prints that. So it did print it. It printed player spawned. But now if we reset, it has to print it again, right? Because we want to put the particle emitter into the character every time they spawn in. But look, it didn't print it again. It only printed it once, and that was from before. So now there's another event, which is character added. So, and it's a part of the player. So player.character added connect function car. Now the argument here is actually the character, so we're not even gonna need that anymore. So now every single time we reset, it should print player spawn because the event is getting fired each time a player, like a character, joins the game. Whenever they respawn, whenever they first join, so let's test it out. So it printed it, and if we reset, it should print it again. Let's see if it does. Oh, it did. So that's perfect. Now we know every single time the character resets and is joined back into the game, we know that that event gets fired. So now let's actually make so that the particle emitter gets tossed into the player's humanoid root part. So to do this, first of all, I just want to define the humanoid root part just because I like variables. And we're also going to have to clone the particle emitter. So to do this, it's really easy. You just need to use the variable from before, the PE, and you just write clone. It's that easy. And now you need to parent the cloned particle emitter to the humanoid root part. So pec.parent equals HRP. And now let's test that out, see if it works. It did work. Oh my gosh. But hey, it's not ending. What? I want it to end. It's too long. The player has already spawned in. It's already done. So to delete the particle emitter after, let's say, like 2 seconds, you just need to do game.debris, add item, and then let's toss the particle emitter clone, and let's say after 2 seconds. So let's test it out now. So it's in our body right now. 2 seconds are gone, and it's gone. Now let's reset, make sure it works, and it should spawn back into us, and then it should be deleted after 2 seconds again. See, it's back in us, and then 2 seconds and it's gone. So yeah, that was a super simple tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you guys next time.